twice already so far, and I think it's quite a nice hero on the post 4. You can demand farm as a support because you're Darkseer.
Yep, and you can farm it very quickly too, right? It's a different story than
Make your own stacks.
Make your own stacks, farm them too while you're at it, which is a lot faster than trying to farm like as a position 4 Shaker or even a Phoenix, right? You just farm so much quicker as well. But yeah, definitely looking forward to this match here. The PL versus the Wraith King. You were concerned about perhaps the Radiance build versus the Diffusal, getting that level 20 talent. As there goes Ben Soy just eating a few audio attacks, courtesy of Roshan.
30 seconds to battle.
Yep. Only good PL is what? Only good against Wraith King until level 20.
Yeah.
Until he gets the talent. But I think overall PL is still very strong when you get to level 25. But if you look at the dialogue, yeah, heroes are pretty good against PL later. CM is good against PL because of your AoE, and you get a lot of armor and freezing field, so you can clear the illusions. Yep. Ember is also good at clearing illusions. Okay, maybe not so much MP, but it depends on how you itemize.
Yeah, you can still opt for a Mjolnir, you know, AC I think, and a Shiva, so you just need some armor, right?
And Darkseer is also decent against PL. So overall, they have a decent lineup against PL, even though PL is about the 24th. He was the overall last pick.
Yeah, yes, he was. I think, of course, that Wraith King, in no small part due to that. So we'll see. So definitely going to be a first item Diffusal Rush here for our Phantom Lancer for Adroit. Do you think it's just going to be early fight, looking for early fights whenever Max got that Doom ready? It's going to be buffed pretty quickly here on the mid lane. Doom.
Yeah, mid lane Doom. The flavor right now, because of the small camp that you can fall back to Devour during the laning phase. This has actually made Doom a much better mid laner than off laner. You can still do him off lane, but I feel that he's a lot better on the mid lane right now.
Yeah, definitely. He just does so well with the levels, right? Get more levels in Devour, your farm starts taking off. He's like almost the new Alchemist, isn't he?
You can say that.
Yeah. Alchemist is not quite a strong pick, which is surprising considering how much that they've nerfed the Vessel, right? Because I think that's kind of why he fell out of favor a bit.
Because the game is a lot slower right now. I think Alchemist tries when the pace of the game is faster, because he explodes after he gets his Radiance and he farms really quickly, he gets to his timings. It's a little bit similar with why you don't see Templar Assassin being picked a lot right now. Because those two heroes are flash farmers and you want to play the game fast. And the game is a lot slower right now, so it affects the timing of your teammates and it affects your own timing too.
Yeah, definitely. Speaking of timings, like we mentioned before, this Diffusal timing versus the possible Radiance timing as well, you think is going to be the big thing to look out here in the core-to-core matchup?
Yeah, because you're going to get the Diffusal, like, say, 14, 15 on an average game, and the Wraith King is going to get his Radiance, like, maybe mid 20 around there. Midas Radiance.
Yeah, Midas Radiance, that's right, that's going to be the build for sure here.
Yeah, but looking at the lanes, so far PL is going to be doing okay, because you get the Phantom Rush is very good at clearing out the Treants. Top lane, Wraith King, CM against the Tiny and Quad. I think the Wraith King is going to struggle a little bit, but overall, he can catch up easily later once he gets levels in the Skeletons.
Yeah, definitely.
Mortal Strike.
Even when he just gets that Gloves of Haste and dramatically improves his farm, maybe a kill on a Boomy would help out a bit as well, but yourself still turning around for the last hit there.
Yeah, they're doing a very, very good job at pushing out the creep wave, because when you're in a lane where you don't really want to trade, harass, then you try to outpush the lane so that it's difficult for them to right-click you and you can get pulls off so you can get more XP. So overall, I think the laning phase has been, I think right now going well for Boom. Ember against Doom. I mean, Doom is just going to be happy because you have the extra gold from the Devour.
Yep, indeed. We have a quick pause here. Probably some comms issues now. We don't have to worry about the connection issues this time, as both teams will be playing on the Singapore server, being from the SEA region. Was it Indonesia and the Philippines, respectively?
No, Thailand. ESL Thailand.
Oh, yeah, this is the event. You confused me. First I was like, are you sure? Boom Esports? No.
I'm joking,
I'm joking. He was joking. He scared me. We have a disconnect out from our Oracle. How important is it going to be taking down the Oracle this game? Why don't we talk about him a little bit while he's disconnected? Is this going to be one of those games where the Ember and the Furion are just going to be looking to immediately gank on the pretty squishy backline here of Adroit?
I mean, Oracle's definitely a support that you always have a target on your back, you know. But I don't really like him with PL much.
Me neither.
You kind of like Oracle with like what's a good example? A Terrorblade, because you can get the Sunder off.
A TB, a PA who's going to be diving.
Yeah.
Maybe even an LC.
A man-fighting hero.
Definitely.
A man-fighting core. Or but most of the heroes that we mentioned, they were banned previously. Oracle with PL, not the greatest, but you can use the ultimate for, say, the Doom, because Doom will probably be the front line is going to be jumping in first.
Yeah, that's a good point, actually. You can maybe save it for the Queen of Pain, allow her to jump in a little bit more aggressively.
Yeah, but overall, I feel... Oh,
Boomy top lane. He's trying to stay alive. Lucky the creep did not aggro over him. Looks like he was watching those Jenkins videos and paying attention to those pro tips.
Yeah, but overall, I feel like even though the PL was the 24 pick, the Dire has a lot of answers against the PL.
Dire's middle
Like, they have to
tower
play
is
towards
under
their
attack.
timing very well. In terms of the defusal, then you probably might see a hood after... Usually, when PL is up against like an Ember or this magic hero, you get a hood after the defusal.
Yeah, that wouldn't be too surprising at all, maybe. This lane, I don't know, we'll see, right? As the lane against the Furion might be a little bit difficult for him. It might not be too unusual to get that starting ring of health, just to be able to actually farm the jungle a little
Not really,
bit.
though. PL can deal with Nature's Prophet in the lane because you have the agility boost from the Phantom Rush.
Oh, that's right, so you're not so bothered by the Blightstone that
Yeah.
he usually gets.
Yeah, you're not so worried about it. And I think overall, the Doom also has to play a huge role here.
No?
Like this.
Oh,
So-
no, it's okay. That's just SBZ returning to the lane. Casual Furion things. So hard to harass him.
So the PL might not be able to do this alone, but the Doom has to be fed to help him. No
Yeah.
TP on the Nature's Prophet.
No, none whatsoever. He did just TP home, so that's a good job.
He got
there.
a raindrop.
Did
for
get the
lane.
raindrops. Very useful against the Oracle because it kind of forces him to choose what he wants to go with first. You always have to start with the Purifying Flame, so a lot of that damage gets negated, however. But that's okay because early on, actually a surprising amount of the damage does come from the Fortune's End in that 1-2 punch that you do. But he's going to be looking to burn through those stacks as quickly as possible. And but you can see, I mean, he returns to the lane and immediately this Oracle does a really great job of just using his mana, keeping his abilities off cooldown, and just making sure that the Furion does not have a fun time in this lane whatsoever. Hidden behind our playground currently, you can see that's reflected quite nicely. The Furion struggling a little bit here, 18-2 compared to, I suppose, actually, Bensoy not doing much better here compared to the 15-1 that he's got.
Yep, but right now the Ember has managed to, it was a haste rune at minute 4. So that's going to give him some sort of advantage in terms of controlling the next bounty rune about to spawn in 1 minute. Like usually I like to always highlight this point during the game. The first important sequence is the 4-minute rune, and then the 4-minute power rune would generally lead up to the... Whoever gets the 4-minute power rune would have an advantage in getting the 5-minute bounty rune.
Especially with a haste is real nice because you can actually invade and steal a bounty.
Yeah, you generally want to... What you do here is
Go into the triangle.
Yeah, you steal the one at the triangle. That's what you generally do.
That's a big point to be bringing up. That's why you generally see so many rotations from supports at the 4-minute mark, 350, 345.
Fight till the death.
You see them fighting.
Till the death.
And it's always these really lame fights of supports that have like 2 levels between them, you know?
And then you deny the rune.
And then you deny the rune. I did it! And then your mid goes, all right, get the heck out of here. You're stealing my XP.
And then you die, right? So usually what happens is you fight the rune at 4 minutes. You probably die and you deny the rune and then you're like...
Oh, then you TP back.
You TP and you refill his
and you refill the bottle and you're good to go. No, that's actually a very good point here to bring up, as Hyde was probably looking for a bottle as well. So yeah, like you said, Makoto with that haste rune, we should be seeing him invade the enemy triangle camp here at the 5-minute mark. Maybe go for a kill, maybe gank top lane with that.
Use it soon so that he rotates for a
Definitely.
kill.
The point is to use those basically 3 free quote-unquote charges of the bottle that you get because of the 4-minute rune, compared to like the 8-minute mark, right? Where there's a whole 2 minutes between the bounty rune spawning.
Yeah, that's why the 4-minute is very, very important. And because of how much weight those bounty runes, I think the first 2 bounty runes carries a lot of weight, the minute 5 and minute 10.
Yeah.
Because it affects your timings a lot. You know, whatever you can buy on the supports, maybe an extra bracer that could save your life or whatever it is, your faster boots.
Yeah, and it's not too surprising to see Boom Esports pick up that haste rune either. Of course, they're much more mobile here on their supports and both their cores.
It's more luck to this rune because if you look at the map, the tiny went for top and the Darkseer went for bottom rune and it was just bottom.
Yeah.
So the Ember could have gotten it.
I mean, you're not wrong, of course, but the Darkseer Hyde here now where you can...
But also you could make the argument that it's harder for Doom to clear out the wave because Scorcher is a longer cooldown compared to the Flame Guard.
Yep, and then you just have, I think you just have plainly more mobility here on Boom Esports. Of course, there's no level 6, so there's no remnants on the Ember yet or anything crazy, but still, I think that's a point to be made here. So our offlane Queen of Pain, how do you like that out? I think, personally, I think it suits the Adroit lineup quite nicely because you'll have hopefully, ideally, not quite a level 2 Sonic Wave ready for the Diffusal Blade, but you'll be having a nice ulti on top to help get more kills.
Her role is, I think, the team item hero. I don't think you're going to try to be too greedy on the quad because you have a mid Doom, which is already greedy. He's going to be farming a lot. Let's hope he doesn't buy a minus. But sometimes you see even a minus on Doom, but I don't really like it
No,
so
not
much.
this game. I think is
Yeah.
it's overkill, right? Especially when you have the solo
Yeah, but
experience.
I think if you actually have a super good start, maybe you can get away with it. But overall, I think what the Queen's role this game here is gonna be, I think you have to buy Pipe, Mag, like you're gonna see Greaves, Pipe, and maybe Aghanims later. You're gonna fulfill
Yeah.
a more of like a, because if you look at their lineup, right, who's gonna be frontlining early? It's most likely gonna be the Corp. The Doom wants to buy a Blink, and he wants to come in the middle of fight, especially you want to Doom either
course.
the Ember or you want to Doom the Darks here.
Okay. Plus, of course, you've got the Queen versus the King, right? I mean, the King can only move one square. Unless he sees another King, then he can fly.
But this is not fair. The King here has 2 lives.
The King does have 2 lives. That is true, but there's a lot more mobility on the Queen, I would say, right?
But they're not on the same team. They're not a couple.
No, they are not a couple. But we see the King starting on his own color there, as we'll be going to a break, are we then? So I think we'll be back here in just a bit as Boom Esports are trying to figure out some disconnection issues. But
calls, what your credibility and all fall like dominoes. Can you really take a stance? All I wanna know. Need me real ones when it's time to go. Step it in, elevator. Reasons to all the haters. That's all we know when we level up. Yeah, that's all we know when we level up.
Level up. All we know about is level up. Are we ready not to level up? You know we fall and we get up. Level up. All we know about is level up. Are we ready not to level up? It's time, get up. I found out I'm not alone, 'cause I'm just like you. We are fearless when we fight and not afraid to level up. All we know about is level up. Are we ready not to level up? You know we fall and we get up. Level up. All we know about is level up. Are we ready not to level up? It's time, get up. I fell apart when I saw you look at me that way. It broke my heart to see. It was a moment of darkness, a moment in time that I regret for being so heartless. It was a moment of darkness. Moment of darkness. I fell apart when I saw you look at me that way. It broke my heart to see. It's too hard, it don't come easy. I went dark, I lost it right away. And when it starts, God knows what I'll say. In my head, I had good reason. I went red so unexpectedly. I should have said that sometimes happens to me. It was a moment of darkness.
Welcome back to ESL One Thailand 2020, powered by Intel. Seeing Strike and Winter bringing you a bit of a pause here as, according to our observer, Boom Esports computer go boom. It's just that easy, but currently in a bit of a break now as we've got some mass disconnects, so we're trying to work through those. But in the meantime, we can talk to you a little bit more about the draft. Do you think then this PL versus the Wraith King, right? I think that's going to be the biggest deal in this match. Yes, we have the Doom mid, we've got the Queen of Pain off lane, and the Ember Spirit to work about, but do you think it's going to be more of a matchup of these cores? Is that really what it's going to boil down to? Or is Boom on some sort of a timer, do you think?
Not really. I think the Wraith King can definitely carry the game on his own. And on the contrary, Radiant, even though the PR is countered, but he does have the Doom and the Quark to back him up.
There we go. We come back right into the action as Macy getting first blood, to your credit. As, that'll do him nice. A little bit of first blood bonus gold past the 4-minute mark. Macy, of course, standing in for this team. Not too many leaving the team. Put him here 2 weeks ago here, so I'm surprised to see Adroit doing so well with a new carry. Do you think it's probably a little bit harder or easier to replace your carry? Depending on the playstyle, I would imagine.
Well, if you think you're changing someone for that has a better overall chemistry with your players, then you can work quickly. CM getting tossed.
Yeah, that's going to set up Boomy here perhaps for a kill, although it doesn't quite look like it. Instead, KezQ taking down here. He's going to turn around, will get the deny.
No, King denies the Queen.
Oh no, and now King captures Queen, and we're going to look bottom instead. Hide, yes indeed. Oh, he's going to get the rune denied by the Oracle. That's going to be a big play. We don't see our... Oh, we do see our Ember rotating around. It looks like he had the haste rune dispelled from him, so that's going to leave him without any bottle refills either, as the Oracle denying him of his own triangle bounty rune. So that's a pretty big loss for Boom Esports there. It's unfortunate how that played out.
Game of denies.
Yeah, game of denies.
So it's 2 apiece bounty runes, right? In the end.
Yes, in the end. Yeah, we have a few get denies. Now, Hyde actually did manage to pick it up. I apologize. I was incorrect about that. Maybe that was the bottom bounty. I can't be sure.
So Catapult Wave, Doom's level 6, and we see a rotation from the Oracle.
Yep. He's just going to get a healing salve. Maybe give him that extra little bit of confidence he needs to go in. This is a pretty good kill squad here, actually, against the Doom, or against the Ember, if they can actually land it, because you can always dispel the Flame Guard.
Preparing to fight for the runes, too. The Ember wants to refill his bottle. He's going to get caught.
It'll spawn top lane here. He will get caught as Boomy making the rotation over. Will assist with that one. Nicely done there, and that's going to get an Arcane Rune over to Mac.
I mean, this is perfect when you're playing Doom. The moment you have a Doom up, you're going to be able to... You want to be able to use it as soon as possible, and especially during the Catapult Wave.
Definitely, yeah.
The bonus points.
They even aggressively fortify there for that, just to get a little bit more hits in here onto that mid-tier 1 tower.
To keep the Catapult alive, man.
Indeed. That's the name of the game here. It is still alive and
look
kicking.
At the tower, it's half HP.
That's the first wave, ladies and gentlemen. Those carts do not get upgraded. Normally creep get upgraded every 7.5 minutes, but I think the carts are every other cycle, so every 15 minutes they're going to get upgraded. Not that that's too important, but just very significant damage with that first cart, especially as a Doom. Not always something you expect the Doom to be bringing to you.
And we see both the supports are smoking up. They're trying to... I think they're trying to go towards the jungle to check for ancient stacks or whatever they can. But ideally, if you can get a kill on the mid lane and you can push the tower, that would be like the biggest thing you can accomplish with the smoke.
All going to be closing in now onto FBZ. Boomy from behind. They're going to set up with the roots, and that should be a kill as easy as they come. Macy is going to get the kill credit there. A second kill then onto the Fury.
He's stuck.
He is stuck, actually. The Treant's blocking in our Oracle, trying to heal himself back up as Makoto, considering going in. These poor Treants. There's just simply not enough damage coming out from the Oracle to free himself. So they will get a kill in return, albeit only a position 5.
Yeah, but look at the tower.
Well, that's time that Mac is freely able to push here. Makoto really recognizing that he's going to hurry back over to mid lane and aggro the tower.
Yeah, and he's also allowed to go for this very greedy max devour build too. That's going to accelerate his farm up by a huge margin later into the game. And like I said, the Doom has to carry some of the carrying this game, not just the PR, because the PR is getting countered by a lot of these heroes. So the Doom has to be rich in order for Adroit to be able to take the game late.
There's another rune snatched away from Makoto. I don't believe he's found the first haste rune, and since then has not had any luck here. At the 8-minute mark now we are. So haste rune just activated for Doom. Doesn't even have a bottle. Not bothering with one.
Doom is going to be up soon, and you see both the Radiant supports playing around the Doom again.
Yep.
Very, very nice.
I like this because we like to see the Tiny rotate over. That's one of his strong suits early, right? Just that +1 alone. A little bit of extra damage from the Oracle is always sweet.
They have to defend the tower here. They don't want to lose the tower.
No, they don't, but Adroit going to be forcing the issue. Tiny Airlines flight now taking off over to hide. The vacuum not going to save the life, but the Wrath of Nature might consider letting them turn. Mac is going to get a bit aggressive here versus in the face of Kezcute as Boomy looking to deny himself. No, doesn't even need to. The Ember, just catches him there with a sleight of fist, however. It's going to be a 1 for 2 trade.
Even the corpse moving in for them to secure this tower.
This is great. Look at the space that this is giving to PL down bot lane as he gets to get a little bit of damage now onto that tier 1 tower as well. This is exactly what Adroit are looking for. This is the tempo they need to be setting this game.
Yeah, precisely. And this mid tier 1, I always preach about how important this tower is. The moment you lose this tower, you're going to lose control of your jungle. Everything is going to be very, very hard for you to defend.
To your point, look at this. Mac immediately heads in. Where are the stacks at?
He gets the stacks. Oh my god. 2 camps, both sides stacked.
And this is not what you want at all with your Wraith.
There goes your support Darks here money.
Nope. No. or even money for your Wraith King to try and keep pace with this PL now.
Oh, he's so fat.
This is a big problem there. Just make sure to leave no neutral item behind.
Look at his money. He has drums, Facebook completed, and he almost has dagger.
Almost has
minute
blink.
10.
That's some serious. That's what I told you. He's kind of like
the 4 points Devour, man.
The new Alchemist. 4 points Devour. A bit greedy, of course, but it's been working wonders.
They're moving bot for the bounty runes.
And they still have a Doom. Makoto is going to be down here trying to scout the PL.
This could be a huge move here if they kill the Ember.
Yeah, it looks. Oh no, they're going to be a little bit more defensive about it. Maybe just trying to bait him forward.
They're going to get 4 runes. Doom is going for the top rune.
He is. He will not find it, however. As that'll be snatched away from Kezcute, he will be rooted down. The Oracle and Makoto just exchanging blows.
They get 3 runes.
Yeah, and another regen as well. They might continue chasing. Makoto will consider it, and he will snag the kill even.
I mean, it's worth it. He got the bounty rune. So Radiant picks up 3 bounty runes. I think overall that's a net win for them. They're going to be able to move towards, I think the top tower should be the next tower that they want to claim. But they could also defend the bot tower because the Doom still has ultimate up right now.
Yeah, there's no Oracle ulti yet though, so I think Macy is not going to be super comfortable here. Instead, he's just going to rotate top, look to get some more pressure here, applied to the top tower.
So they are going to give up the bot?
They do have Doom rotating in though. +1, I can't tell who that is.
Eat the car, eat the car.
Yeah, you got to eat the car. 7 seconds, and I assume he's going to be doing it. But good job there, dragging the creep wave out
He's
the tower.
just way too strong already. Like you don't want to give up the tower when you have a hero in the game that's so strong right now. Like when where Doom goes, the Dire team have to run away. They cannot fight him.
They're immediately going to rotate top, trying to counter the rotation and boot the Macy out from the lane. Booting the Knight. The chess term. I'm just full of them today. Okay, Wraith King, good news is he does have that Midas up. It's a pretty respectable timing. And he's going to be making now...
Didn't they say it was a minute faster than average?
Oh, I didn't actually catch it.
Not paying attention as usual. Richie.
My goodness. I ought to be disappointed in myself. No, but it's a good timing turn. He's even got a Bracer as well in his inventory, so he's going to be a bit tankier. And
this Doom is having a dream game.
He really is. He really... I mean, he's not scared of anyone. All of Boom Esports are scared of him. You know, Boom backwards is almost Doom. Actually, it's not. It's Moob.
I don't know what to say to you, man.
It's only 2 letters off. It's only 2 letters off. It's almost there.
I'll pretend you
NA alphabet.
Yeah, but the Queen is going for the mech, so she's going to be the designated team player here. Utility items, the mech, the pipe.
Look at that one.
See? You see?
I mean, I'm paying attention this time. I don't know. I am seeing it. That is one heck of a stat there. Of course, I think most Dooms are going to be in the off lane, so they're not usually afforded this luxury of going for Devour, maxing Devour first.
Doom is a mid hero right now. He goes to mid more than he goes to off lane.
I think it's one of the... Is he really, actually?
Yeah,
is that statistically true?
Oh, no.
I know it's his better lane.
I know it's better, but I don't know if it's statistically true.
I think he's one of those heroes where ideally you want to run him as a mid, but generally it's a bit more difficult to do so because he gets countered.
Wants to get his ultimate. Oh, no,
he does. Maybe he does. He's got it off. There's the Blink Dagger reveal, and as well as the Flame Guard Dispel. No chance to deny him out from high. He's got to get within Karate Chop range.
Karate Chop. So right now, after claiming the mid tier 1, they're going to claim the tier 1 at top, opening the map even further for the PL.
Yeah.
And you see Corp is moving towards the dead lane.
I suspect this PL is going to be mighty close here to his diffuser blade as well. There it is. What did I say?
He has his cloak as well. Like
this is scary. This is really scary here now. Boom. They just need to try and avoid fights here for some time.
They scale better than the Radiant because of the core-to-core matchup. Even though there's a Doom in the game, But I think overall they don't really need to rush as of right now, because I feel like with the Co-op Ultimate and the Doom up, if those two big spells are up, they are definitely not going to want to get into a fight with the Radiant team.
And you're never incentivized to fight against a PL because he does extremely well early. This is a big spike for
until
him.
you have the Radiance.
Until you have the Radiance, because then the mischance.
Maybe no. Even with the Radiance, I think he needs to get... I think he needs Radiance plus maybe a Blink, and he needs... I don't know.
This is our Wraith King.
He needs one more item. He needs two more items even after the Radiance. The Radiance is not like a Spectre Radiance where, we have Radiance, we want to smoke and fight them right now, you know?
The disconnects out from Boom Esports yet again here, as we'll just continue in the game for some time. No, but I think my concern more specifically, it's like wanting to fight against a Slark, right? Or like farming pretty far out with no vision against a Slark right after he gets a Shadow Blade, for example. He's just going to be on the prowl. You know what he's looking for. He wants to kill heroes with this item.
When going into that kind of situation, you always have to still, like, let's say you are the dire lineup, right?
Yes.
It's not your timing. And then you still have to delay the game. So somebody has to die for the team. Somebody has to push the creeps far away enough. And you want the enemy team to come get you. Oh, sure, if you survive, it's great. But if you die, it's fine.
And to the Boom draft, actually, Darkseer's a great hero at that, isn't
Even
he?
the Nature's Prophet.
Even the Nature's Prophet.
I think in this draft, right, the Nature's Prophet's game is not as important as the Wraith King or the Ember. He's not going to be that relevant in their lineup if the game goes, like, say, beyond 25, 30 minutes, you know, because the MP doesn't do much against their lineup. So he has to use his life to sacrifice for time that the Wraith King and the Ember can use to farm. And somebody has to do it, like you said. Darkseer could be a good person to do it. An MP can be doing it. Because you can TP to the enemy territory to farm.
There's no shortage of heroes to play the dead lane.
Even the CM.
Even the Maiden. Yeah. Even the Maiden, she does pretty well at pushing. And that's a great point to be bringing up here. So, maybe you have to kind of bait the PL, give him a few kills here and there just to placate him, right?
Yeah,
to let your Wraith King farm.
I bring this point up because a lot of the Tier 2 teams or the Tier 1.5 teams, I noticed that they have this thing about... Because when you play pubs, right, if the game sense that you have is derived from playing a lot of pubs, you're always looking to fight, right? You're not really thinking a lot about when we are strong, are we able to fight or when the opponent is strong. And so you're playing the game with your natural instincts that whenever you have an item or whenever you have your cooldowns up, you want to fight. But sometimes that's not the case, right? Even when you have your item or cooldown, you haven't reached your ultimate timing and the enemy has a better timing against you. So in that kind of situation, you have to keep playing the map. You use the creep wave to your advantage. You try to push out. Because if your draft generally doesn't have strength to fight at that point, you usually have some other boxes tick like wave clear. So in this case, if you look at their wave clear, Darkseer has wave clear, Nature's Prophet's wave clear is great. CM also has wave clear. So
Ember's not bad.
Yeah, they can use that to their and the Wraith King skeletons. They can use that to their advantage to push out waves and just delay the game as much as possible. And even in certain cases, some of the heroes have to die to get the waves out.
Yeah, this I think also draws back to our discussion yesterday about the risk management, right? Or the risk assessment, of course. Right now, there's really no reason for the Wraith King to even be looking anywhere on the PL. He wants to be on the opposite side of the PL right now. Because Wraith King, he's got a farming
gold
item.
mine. He wants to be in the gold mine.
He wants to be in the gold mine. He wants to be in that triangle. He wants to be using that Midas as soon as it's off cooldown here. He's looking for that Black Dragon Drake. He's nearing that relic because he's got no incentive to be fighting the PL. What can he gain? I mean, maybe the 30 seconds of free farm at best, right? Because the PL is still going to come back, and it's not like PL loses charges on the Diffusal Blade. He's going to come back. That Diffusal Blade's still going to be as strong as it was 30 seconds ago before you killed him, and you're going to be maybe 300-400 gold closer to your item.
You have to pick your timing, and this game, the Wraith King's timing is, like I said, even with the Radiance, he's going to need at least 2 more items.
Yeah. Definitely here. We are going to be going to at least enable him. I do like this itemization from Makoto, right? Because they're going to be looking to give him a little bit of the minus armor, damage amplification for our Wraith King. Try and get those big red numbers
He
going.
already has the Deso?
Yeah. Well, he has the money for the Deso. Looks like he's still saving a bit here as the disconnects.
Deso's not so good against PL. I think generally against PL you want to go Maelstrom. But it does amplify if he does go down the road, it does amplify the Wraith King. If you want to fight now, I think it's good if you want to fight now. But if you don't want to fight now, you want to Maelstrom, you go Maelstrom, you keep farming, keep scaling. Because I think even the Ember could be a force to be reckoned with later if you get what do you want this game? You definitely want Maelstrom.
Mjolnir, for sure.
Yeah, Mjolnir. Then maybe you can go for like a Shivers. You can go for the Octarine Core.
Yeah, you're looking for the armor. Axe is great.
Yeah, you want to be fat too as the Ember. You don't want to be left out. Just the Wraith King being farmed.
There we go. Everyone back connected here. Alrighty, this is Boom Esports, our good to go. Get the ready.
Because right now, if you're a Boom, you're definitely gonna plan for the late game. Because in the near future, let's say the next 5-10 minutes, you're probably not gonna be strong enough to fight.
No, and you can tell. Look at Hyde's build. Not a single point here in the wall of replica. no creeps. He wants creeps, and that's it. He's got a level in search, a level in vacuum, just in case they find a kill here.
You know why he has that point in
Because
vacuum?
it's a stun.
Just
Because it's a stun, Winter.
cancel the TP.
It's true.
So my teammates can't complain about me going
Yeah,
0-4.
exactly. But guys, I'm not greedy. I'm a team player. I have a stun. Okay, Dark's here. He's got his little. What is it? The little hand vacuum. You know. He needs to get the shop vac ready.
Just in case he needs it.
Dire's
Yeah, of
top
course.
tower is under attack.
Well, this is great. The CM just babysitting the Wraith King here, and you're right though. They're giving some respect. They're not pushing that tier 2 too hard.
Tier 2 is a bit difficult because of the armor increase and HP increase from before. So it generally doesn't really intensify you to incentivize you to get it that early because you don't have that much damage with a normal lineup unless you have like a very strong tower pusher like a Shadow Shaman or like a Lycan. Like generally when you don't have those kind of heroes, it's gonna take you a long time.
Oh wow, they are looking for a fight here. Smoked up, it's 5.
What do they see? They have a ward on the high ground.
It looks like Desolator's on the way for the Ember Spirit. Looks like he bought that item next, going for the Maelstrom. They don't see Macy though. Interesting.
But they know he was there because there was a ward there around the jungle. They saw him nearby.
Yeah, so that's going to be a failed smoke attempt, it appears.
They just want to try to get one rune. Maybe someone has to sacrifice himself for the rune. Let's see.
I don't know. I don't know if they're
Slight, take the rune.
they're gonna regret this though. Makoto was so close to the Desolator, as they will not be fighting for it though. Although back gonna force the issue. The blink forward now onto the Darkseer. Hyde trying to run for his life with those little legs, but he's not gonna be fast enough for the Purifying Flames to cut him
That was
down.
the max range, man. Purifying Flames. But Dire got 3 runes. That was rather strange that because Radiant is stronger.
Yeah.
They definitely don't want to trade for runes or take less runes than the Dire team. They just move over to the runes a little too slow, especially the Doom. He needed to be there if they wanted to compete. As you can see, in the beginning, the PR was very, very hesitant on going in. But right now, they do have a smoke going on with the Doom, the Oracle, and the Tiny.
Yeah.
Tiny has Blink.
They're trying to bait the Quap here. Are they going to take the bait is the question. Blink on Tiny, Makoto.
They want to go for the tier 2 top, I see.
Yeah, they do. No one.
And that's going to open the Outpost and Roshan for them.
Yeah, that's a big one here, especially early on. Give you a little bit more safety, allow your Doom to play a little bit crazier.
This is their
Oh,
time
the drums?
now.
Yeah, there they go on Makoto, but the stun's not going to be there. We were looking for a CM route and did not find one. Actually, no, CM is on Boom's side, so we were looking for... Yeah, they actually have a little bit of trouble. We needed a Doom.
He couldn't get the toss on the Ember there. If he got on the toss, the Doom would have time to get the Doom off on the Ember. But nevertheless, the tier 2 here is the important objective for them. They want to open the Outpost, get Roshan. Yeah, that's going to be what they're looking for right now. They just purchased the mech on the Quap and the Tiny, the Blink on the Tiny. So they're super strong right now.
It's the Maelstrom instead of the Desolator. Do you like that a bit better than the Deso purchase?
Yeah,
I
you
like
can clear creeps and you get to scale into late game better. It's good against the PL. You already have the Radiance on the Wraith King, and you see the lead is getting cut off because the Dire team is using a much bigger map and they're clearing creep waves faster. That's why even though they just lost a tier 2, the goal lead is still standing strong. Top lane, we have a TP coming in. They found the real PL.
They did find the real PL. There's CML right behind him, though, but great silence out from FBZ onto it. Macy looking for the TP out. He will not be able to escape the soul burn, cutting him down, I believe, or Makoto.
FBZ just the MVP there in that fight, getting the important silence on the Oracle. Otherwise, the PR would have lived.
That's not even a question if he would have lived. There's not a single stun there to stop him as Boomy gets a kill to the Keskute CM.
They know there's a ward there because he just died.
Yeah, definitely. 320 gold for support on your Tiny, it's not bad. I think you take that kill.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons why Tiny has seen a surge of popularity in terms of teams drafting him because of the gold and XP you get from killing heroes, and they remove the magic resist from the bracers, so heroes are a lot easier to kill.
And teams seem to consider not banning him because it's just not worth it. Cores we are seeing getting a lot more
stuff that you want to ban.
There's just too many important things you got to ban out. It's almost always the Spectre, the TP, sometimes the Doom, Phoenix that needs to get banned first before you can even consider seeing the Tiny ban.
Yeah, and there's the Vino. There's so many annoying heroes.
In this tournament alone, I think he's picked close to between 3 and 4 times the amount he's banned, which is an incredible pick rate to ban rate. He's just not considered important enough here, but he still has one heck of a game impact here.
Choose your poison.
Yeah, you really do. You have to choose your poison. Are you going to want to play against a Spectre or a Tiny? It's a pretty easy decision to be making here, although you have to pay the price here if you're a squishy position 5 Maiden. It's something you have to accept, I think, which is difficult in this draft. It's definitely a good meta to be playing core, though, especially safe lane. Because the game's kind of all about you.
Has there even been a meta that playing a support is more fun than playing
I would say so. Remember when Tusk was always ganking mid 24/7? That was probably a lot of fun.
Life of core players.
Life of core players. We hit creep and we do stuff. Makoto getting all of his mana burned. Does have the wand charges, though, to get to safety. He'll be fine. Is this a problem for Macy, though? Because he's had this Diffusal Blade, which does allow him to fight, but now he's been eclipsed in farm here, even by the Wraith King.
Yeah, because the map, the creep waves are constantly being pushed aside. They cannot find anything.
Trima Cell.
Toss back.
Nice toss back. That is the Wraith King. He does have a surge, though, to get him away to safety. Do we have an additional chase? Mac with the drums, trying to set the trap here and hide. Will be the sacrificial lamb.
That's very, very good. Look at the map again. Once again, they draw the 5 Radiant team in, and I guess the map. The Nature's Prophet pushing the lane. Wraith King is pushing with skeletons. Ember's pushing out. They're just doing everything perfectly whenever one of the supports go down. And Mac wants to use his Doom.
And he really wants to use his Doom. But he's going to get rooted down. And he's got a BKB as well. I mean, he is still so farmed, this Doombringer, but he's not really going to have a whole lot of heroes to use it with. Yeah,
Bow
silence.
down to the king.
King captures support.
That's a pawn.
That is...
King captures E4.
King captures E4. What the heck is the king doing in the middle of the board? What kind of opening is that?
Late game.
Late game, yeah, I guess.
E4 is the pass pawn.
Oh, good stuff here. But yeah, now this Wraith King is going to have a BKB, so he might even consider showing up to fights. But that's a real big problem here that they have. Just the Surge able to kite out the PL. It's hard to really toggle the Phantom Rush correctly when they can always just surge you away.
They have Purge from Oracle. They have the Doom to remove
That is true. That is true.
Wow.
Wow, look at the
He
damage.
took so much damage.
He really did. They're not going to catch him with the Fortune's End either. Too many creeps to be bouncing around too. Yeah. Makoto, he does not care. In fact, he does not care. Macy rotates over mid lane and he says, yeah, what about it?
The only way he dies is he gets Doom.
Yes.
Or the Tiny gets the combo and then he gets Doom subsequently.
Yeah.
And now look at this. They're getting so much of the map. They get the tier 2 for free.
That's going to open up now an outpost in return.
Yeah, you see the last couple of minutes, Boom has just been using the map a lot better because the Radiant team feel like you said, right, they have this diffusal on the PL. They want to fight.
They want to fight.
They're not getting the waves pushed out enough because the Oracle and Tiny, they can't compete against the Darkseer, the Nature's Prophet.
And I would say they lack the catch. I think this game goes a lot differently if, for example, instead of a 4 Tiny, I mean, maybe a 5 Oracle, you have instead maybe a 5 Disruptor, right?
Not really, though. I think they just need to use the co-op more on pushing waves because I noticed that bringing like 4 or 5 heroes around the map, moving left, right, center a lot.
Yeah.
They need to plan better on how they're going to manage their resource, how many heroes are supposed to be moving. I think ideally if they want to move in a smoke, Tiny's going to want to be in a smoke. Doom is going to want to be in a smoke.
Yeah.
Oracle maybe yes, no, or maybe he's guarding a hero. But let's say if the situation is Oracle, Tiny and Doom are in the smoke, the co-op has to push out the creeps because Pia is definitely going to be shuffling one lane.
Yeah. I mean, because the thing to me is it feels like we have the items. We've hit the timings here for Adroit.
They're not delegating their heroes to do their jobs respectively. I think the co-op needs to actually spend more time because you look at his net worth right now, it's 7.8k. It's not that ideal for a game that they were winning from minute 10 to minute 15.
Yes.
Or from the laning phase, wherever you want to say it, from the early game. So his net worth definitely does not represent the game that they started out with because he wasn't really focused on pushing out waves. He was always trying to... There's a lot of players that actually make this kind of mistakes where they try to always connect to your team whenever there's a fight without actually considering, oh, am I needed?
Yeah.
Am I not needed?
Yeah.
What do I actually need to do? The creep wave is more important or not? Because when you have a lead, you're always running at the enemy team.
Definitely. I mean, you already have a Doom, right? You already have a Doom that's this far ahead that counters... I mean, Doom counters everyone in the game, right?
And the enemy can't fight you, so what do? They split the map, they dodge you, they push out the wave. So if one guy is hunting, the other guy is also hunting, then who's pushing out the wave?
So the next question is, I think we're approaching the crossover point where Boom Esports will then have, the tempo and the control of the tempo. Can Adroit still come back from this?
Yeah.
Is there still time to act on their items?
Doom
You have Doom.
You dream that you get to the late game, refresher, agonims, you know.
So what you're saying is it's already too late by now?
No, it's
Okay.
possible for them.
Well, they're going to be setting up for a kill here onto Ben. So he does have the blink out, but the vacuum to pull him right back in. He was totally fine. CML from behind. Over the Tiny, though, the rotation. There's no Tiny Airlines tossed back, but Hyde is going to be rooted
Just
and locked
one
down.
Darkseer kill. And look at the map. Look at the map again. This is what I'm talking about. See, they're moving so many heroes. And, okay, only PL's not here this time, but they move 4 heroes for 1 support kill again. And the creep wave middle is pushed out, top is pushed out for Dire, and bottom is also pushed out for Dire. Dire has the whole map at the expense of 1 support kill.
Yep, this BKB now up and 10-second duration on Wraith King. He now hit that level 3. He's 2 levels away from the level 20 talent, and Macy is barely burned maybe 100 mana off of him total.
They have only fought once, I think, ever since he got a diffuser. There's no fighting happening. There's always just pickoffs, Darkseer sacrificing himself, and Boom is just doing the right things in the game to get to their timing, which
Definitely.
is another maybe 5 to 10 minutes, you know.
I like this, though. I like this out of Adroit. Finally forcing the issue, but they will be rotating plenty of heroes back. Wraith King as well. Nearby the fight. Boomy, though, jumping onto the back lines, trying to be able to blow up the Cascube, but turning and channeling the ulti now. Boomy getting sucked right back in there. CML ulting himself with the False Promise, trying to stay alive a bit
the fight
longer.
without Quap. Quap was bottom lane. There's no way he could have connected to the fight. They were getting desperate because they know they're being played around the map, you know. They want to look for a fight, but Boom is always one step ahead. They're sacrificing their support to get the creeps out. So you get frustrated when you're playing the game like this, when you're tiny, because you want to fight all the time if you're tiny. And that was like as a result, an act of
Impatience.
frustration.
Yeah, a little bit.
He sees one hero, he just jumps.
Yeah, little did he know, there was 4 heroes there. Mac, though, big item. He's got that Shiva's guard with the all the TI effects, all the bells and whistles on that one.
Don't really like that they didn't actually go for a pipe on the Quap. She went for use after Mac. I think she needs to get the pipe if they want to keep pursuing the meta.
She needs to go for, unless they were fighting non-stop, then maybe you can get away with the greedier build, right? But because they're not.
I mean, I wouldn't say use is greedy, but he wanted the use to, you know, there's a lot of things you can do with the use. Remove the frostbite, you can remove the searing chains, you can remove the flame guard, the surge. There's definitely a lot of
The silence from the orchid.
there's a lot of use.
Yeah, there's a lot of.
But I think that if you go for the Greaves and pipe, they're still gonna give you that option, you know, and it's gonna allow your team to play a faster game because you're stronger when you're fighting against the Radiants.
Here comes our Darks here, looking to hit him with a Hoover. He's got the wall now. That's going to be quite annoying.
This is an act of desperation, man.
Yep.
And Dire's like, once again, look at the lanes. Mid lanes push out, top lanes push out,
Bot
lanes
lane's
push
pushing, yeah, that nearly at the tier 3 tower already. That will push back in favor of the rating here. But the blink forward, they're looking for something.
Enough is enough.
Again, they only find the maiden. Dreamcell now turning with a stun, but there goes Boomy blinking in. Will be able to nuke down that maiden. Dreamcell popping the 10-second BKB on his first life here. It's a Sonic Wave just connecting onto Hyde. Onto the backlines goes Macy, though, trying to nuke down at least one. He will catch Hyde, but Dreamcell still BKB'd up, jumping onto the Oracle. See you later, son. As FBZ in some trouble, but he got the Sprout TP. Nicely canceled there by the Tiny. Boomy making a lot of plays here as the CM buying back, but look at this now. It's going to be Macy onto Dreamcell. That is going to be a kill. Level 19 on the Wraith King. So close to that talent, and he's not going to get it. The Doom finally finds his mark, and it's a full team wipe +1 for Adroit.
Mikoto, you are doomed. There is no escaping this, and that's going to be the Roche for Raiden. That was a very, very nice fight. Eventually, they got the fight, but I was a little surprised that Boom actually decided to take it because
Me too.
Rift King was level 19. He wasn't level...
So close.
Yeah, he wasn't level 20, and that's a huge problem when you're playing against the diffuser. Once your BKB runs out, you don't have the second life, you know.
No, that's a big problem for them there. Shoutouts to Boomy as well. Great target priority there in the fights. Knows all he has to do is get an avalanche there, continue locking down the maiden, does exactly that. And, I mean, just Adroit, they knew exactly what they needed to get after there, and they got it. They got it done.
And they also didn't have the Darkseer wall because he used it in the Roche pit as well when they took the fight.
Wow, great turn. All of a sudden, 8K up here for Team Adroit.
Yep.
And, yeah, what
So
one
that
heck
fight
of a
was
turn.
like 6K,
Yeah.
7K. Okay, so
Yeah.
the fight initially began when Mac jumped in to try to bait the fight. He gets the stun on the CM buys back after this. Then he pops the BKB really early.
He does.
On the Wraith King here. That's quite surprising. But I think he wanted to try to go for a kill, but couldn't. And he only got the Oracle with the BKB charge. And right now, no BKB. PL just goes into burns all his mana, and he's just gonna die.
Oh, they will catch actually FBZ. He will go down. Gonna be 2 kills in quick succession there. I was just watching Mac. Mac knew he needed to do one thing and one thing only, and that is doom this Ember. He eventually caught up to him after the remnants ran
He's
out.
the only person they need to doom
Yep.
right now. You don't want to doom Wraith King. Nature's Prophet is not that useful. and Darkseer to support.
He's going for an Eggs here on Mac. How do you feel about that? The Eggs on the Doom?
Very good. Because of the Infernal, improves the stun duration on the Infernal Blade.
Lowers the
more
cooldown,
damage.
gives a break.
Yeah, it's
Really
very,
long break.
it's very, very nice damage.
Indeed. Okay, all of a sudden, that was actually a 10k net worth swing. Would you believe that? From one fight alone?
That was, I think, buyback on a CM, right?
Yep.
So they killed 6 heroes.
Yep, this was our first real fight as well as Makoto. They will get the Syrian Chains onto our Doom. He's pretty scary though, 9-second BKB, but refuses to use it this early. Finally gonna get the ulti, CML, sucked back by the Hoover.
early.
Yeah, and he's gonna be okay. It is Oracle ulti level 2, so about another minute of downtime here, but
Here
Macy,
comes the PR, he has the illusion root.
he's looking for a fight here. They will be able to catch Dream Assault, just needing to burn the
20.
mana. He does have the 20 talent though, good call there, so he's going to be probably saving the BKB for the second life. Disarm though, not much he can do. It's Benso forcing away the supports. There goes Makoto's Linken's being popped as Dream Assault's life will finally be burned. They have not quite gotten through the Aegis either, but Mac looking for the Doom. It looks like he has not dropped one yet, as Macy will nuke the backline. Darkseer still continuing to run around, and finally they will get through that Aegis, but FBZ, he's going to be BKB'd, and now doomed. Returning to the fight will be Macy after respawning as Mac going down. Now his BKB expired, trying to 1v3 is Macy. We do have the Tiny that can jump back in as well as the Oracle, but there's no ulti quite available yet. But Macy, man, fighting quite effectively here against Dream Assault. Nearly dead as they will now turn onto FBZ, get the kill onto him. Nice control out from the Tiny. Can they get Dream Assault? They will. Macy with a double kill, and he's looking for, well, to round out the team wipe here onto Makoto. He goes, and without mana, that should be as easy as they come. Even the Flame Guard getting perched off. Another team wipe here, and Macy with a triple kill is going to maybe get one in return here onto the Oracle, but he's going to be okay.
A very, very, very close fight. Like, if they didn't have the Aegis, they would have been not able to win the fight. On,
Definitely. Good.
On the PL.
That was amazing control out from the Oracle there, getting the disarm constantly onto Dream Assault as well. Great stuff there. And even with this Radiance, like you said, they still need that +1 item here, it seems.
Yeah, he's not strong enough. Like, he needs to... I feel like he needs to have a mobility item like a blink so that he can get on, because he needs to kill, he desperately needs to kill the Oracle right away in the fight. And the Ember cannot reliably go on the Oracle right now because he's very afraid of the Doom from Mac. He's always very careful about how he's playing the fight. So I think if the Wraith King can have a blink, he can then jump in, look for the Oracle, go on him first. The fights would be easier for the Dire team.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. And, well, the game continues on then. Interesting Queen of Pain with opting for the Ghost Scepter there, just another defensive item. It's a bit of a weird one.
It's very weird.
Yeah.
I think you kind of want to have the, like, if you don't want to pipe, you get a Lotus. Lotus is very
yeah.
good.
Oh, TP's coming in. They're looking to fight as Makoto unable to land the Syrian Chains onto Macy. The Doppelganger comes in time. That should be just a pretty clean escape.
Yeah, Dire still wants to keep farming right now. They need a lot more items.
They're trying to defend that last tier 2 tower, but Makoto gonna get jumped on. That's the Abyssal Reveal as well onto Macy. Nice Hoover vacuum there onto 2. The back wall combo isn't gonna be enough to save Makoto. It might not, as the Sonic Wave will catch him broken. Trying to fly away. Makoto will be safe and sound for now. Now in trouble is gonna be the Queen of Pain. Benso will tick down eventually as Mac getting a nice break there onto the Ember Spirit, but he's gonna be A-okay. Back up to the high ground. Macy fighting the Illusions will now turn back onto Dream Assault as Boomy fighting FBZ. CML getting control now, does have the Oracle ulti. Will use it just barely to save the life of Mac. He's gonna be totally fine. FBZ finally drops as Macy will continue to run down. That looks like now the Darkseer he's going after, but Dream Assault getting kited away. Mac not quite on full HP, but he's nice and healthy. As now back over to the mid lane, Dream Assault fighting Mac, trying to 1v1 him, but disarmed and broken, ticking down as well with the percentage-based damage as Macy going back now onto the Darkseer, so there's going to be no escape here on the second life of Dream Assault. He does have a BKB and a buyback now from High to try and save his life. Turning now onto Mac, they will be able to get the kill onto him, having used the Oracle ulti already. He should be able to TP out without a problem. And now Adroit, ooh, they might leave Macy behind, but no!
Nice.
Know your trees, boys. As Boom Esports, they're going to come off again on the losing end of that fight. The net worth lead extends to 11k now.
Oh, there was also a very, very close fight.
Yes, it was.
And this time the BKB usage on the Wraith King was much better. He waited for his second life. He didn't really rush to commit it early. He had a lot of chances to use it, but he was very patient this time and it paid off.
Yeah, definitely. Most definitely.
They took the initial fight, I think, a little too hastily, I think. The Doom was on cooldown for, I think, another 5-6 seconds, but they decided to jump in anyway and they couldn't kill the Ember initially. I think they needed the Doom on him right away to win the fight, but it was still on cooldown.
Even popping the Lincoln Sphere perfectly, I think, was the Oracle, which is really easy for him to do, obviously.
But they just didn't have the Doom to secure the kill.
They don't quite have that nuke damage, even with the Abyssal Blade stun. They just lacked it just slightly.
That was overall a pretty good Sonic Wave as well. You see the initial fight,
Yes.
they get the Ember, but it's still on cooldown. The Doom was still on cooldown, and they couldn't finish him off.
That was a very aggressive blink out from Benzo, I must say.
Yeah, and he dies.
Yeah, he dies immediately after that, because he's not going to be saved by the Ghost Scepter.
Yeah, he even dies because of the Ghost Scepter.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the Ghost Scepter is definitely the question. Well, maybe just save that money for an Ags, you think? I don't know. We can talk about that one, I guess, a little bit later. But oh my goodness, there's going to be a kill now on the Ember Spirit. No Doom needed.
Bash needed.
Bash needed, but no Boom, no Doom. Unnecessary. That's going to be a big kill for them. Looks like they were going fishing for a kill bot lane instead here on the side of Boom Esports, but they're going to have to pull back from that one. Maybe just opting to push the lane a little bit. Oh my goodness, Spider Legs on Doom is kind of terrifying just to look at.
Like Spider Lake is one of the most OP guys.
It really is. I think, obviously, the free pathing, hold on. Tiny's going to be okay here. Obviously, the free pathing is insane, but I think, honestly, the turn rate reduction
Yeah, the turn rate is actually
so
crazy.
good. Especially on hero, especially like Doom, where he's got to do that whole, lifting both of his arms before he can bring down the hammer. Boomy
nice
though, the
cross.
Tiny Airlines, Dreamisol in a bit of trouble here. Does have that BKB and mana for the second life, but he doesn't need any mana for it. Dreamisol, he's going to BKB, trying turning and fighting here on the first life. Does have now the Mjolnir, which is going to force away Adroit, but they're going to be coming right back in as soon as that wall, or maybe just pushing a different lane now, considering they can go through mid. Ultis and BKB extended. They will be forced back here by FBZ's Treants, that is. But we'll see if they want to try and force the issue again. Probably not, though. The Ember back up in 5. I think they're going to try and set up for Roche here.
Radiant's bottom tower
What do you
is under
suspect?
attack.
Roche is definitely the next point of contention here. And I think that right now for Boom, the Ember is a little too underfarmed.
Yep.
They need the MP, one of the other cores, because the Wraith King is already struggling right now. He doesn't have enough damage to win the fights alone. He can sustain through the fights, but his teammates are not helping him enough to kill the heroes, It doesn't matter if you have a mid-stream in front if you're not killing any of the enemy heroes.
Yeah. I gotta say here, this is when the supports of Adroit start to become a whole lot better. The Maiden, she offers very little to no lockdown against
Yeah,
Macy.
the Oracle is very, very strong
Yep.
when the game becomes like this.
Uh-oh, Dreamisol. He will maybe get vision there on Macy, but not give chase.
It's also the initiation from the Tiny, because the Boom supports, they're kind of more passive, the CM and Daxia.
Definitely.
They are waiting for the Ember to go in. That's why, and he's the only one that can go in, because the Rage King didn't opt to go for a Blink this game. So there's very little or no initiation at all.
I saw someone purchase a Scotty. Was that the Wraith King? Is that Wraith King now with an Eye of Scotty? No, it's the PL. My goodness, he is farmed. Look at this. I mean, you start fighting and immediately it begins to pay off. He's 12-1-6 now. Where did he get these kills from? Maybe 1 or 2 in the laning stage, but we've been fighting for 10 minutes, and there we go. They're popping off yet again. Are we going to use the Doom? We will. Goodbye, Makoto. You're as good as dead. The vacuum wall combo is not going to be enough to stop the chase. He does have buyback, but did not get a remnant down. Benzo now a very aggressive blink, sets up for a very nice Sonic Wave, popping it now onto 2, and completely surrounded is going to be Dreamisol. The support's getting forced out by Mac here. Dreamisol trying to fight, but FBZ TPing in. Does trap Benzo, but only briefly. Now the BKB rather expiring. He does have buyback as well, but Dreamisol in some serious trouble here. That's going to be the first life. Having bought back is going to be Makoto. He's right back in the fight. CML forced to use the ulti on himself, so we don't have one for the cores here. But Macy, he doesn't even look like he needs one. There goes the Maiden dead yet again, and the Abyssal to cancel the TP as well, as we do get a disconnect. And immediately a wow out from Dreamisol as the game has crashed. Oof, but he is dead, and I have to here, in my professional opinion, prescribe Wraith King with a dosage of death as well. I think he's as good as gone.
I mean, this fight is very, very difficult when the Ember gets started on like this. And they don't really have like I said, the initiation is a problem because they didn't opt to go for a Blink on the Wraith King, and Ember is the only one. And when you're only initiation, he's the first hero that gets jumped on, the fight is going to be very hard for you. Because you have no other means of initiating. I mean, they did get off a decent vacuum after that, but it wasn't really enough for them.
It's just, there's no immediate follow-up, especially because your Ember was doomed.
They don't actually have follow-up anyway with their lineup.
No, okay, they're going to give the good to go here as the Oracle is ready. And let's see how fast Dreamisol dies. Yep, there he goes, Ember. Makoto running for his life, but Tiny Airlines catching up with everyone now as he's going to continue run. But look at Macy, though, the the Phantom Rush cooldown there being put to good use. Dreamisol does have buyback and will opt to use it here.
Actually,
I don't know about that. The lanes are quite pushed in.
I guess because he felt like the Ember didn't have buyback, he had to try and save him.
Yeah, but now, well, the good news is it's a bit of a longer Roche. So we might have some heroes naturally respawning, but I don't think the Ember's going to be up nearly in time.
Nah,
I don't think Adroit's even going to wait for the Roshan here.
they're gonna lose 2 lanes.
Yeah, they're going to lose at least 2 lanes. You can see already Mac has gone bottom to retrieve the creep wave there to push the tier 2. That's still standing there. But Adroit's...
Look at the confidence, man. 2
Yeah.
heroes are not there, picking out runes, pushing out waves, and there's only 3 people here.
Well, they know they got this. Dreamcell, he does have the ulti back up, but his BKB duration is running out, and look at that, he even gets nuked down, or rather, his mana gets nuked down.
They defended the Rex.
Oh, well, Boomy, look at that aggressive rotation. The 4-step away. They're going to try and turn onto him, but Mac has now returned. They will connect the stun here onto Dreamcell, but do they have detection? Absolutely. A nice vacuum wall combo, but immediately out of it's going to be Macy trying to go on to hide there. Look at the damage now onto this PL. He's going to be forced back by the ulti of Kazcute, and Dreamcell still alive as they have repelled this first push.
Nicely done there, not fighting in the wall and the CM ultimate.
Indeed, good patience. They can now basically get a free Roshan. There's nothing to stop them. We'll see if they can scout that it's up. I suspect that they will.
I think they know.
And Boom Esports, they are going to be really hard pressed. Do they fight this? Do they try and get one more fight high ground?
They have to try and fight. They have to try and fight. I don't think they can give up this, even though they don't have the wall.
They don't have wall. They don't have let it go. This is going to be difficult.
If you can't fight now, and Raiden gets there, I guess you still can't fight. So you have to go.
There they go. They're going to smoke up. FBZ goes, nah, I think I'm going to farm this this camp instead here. As there goes the scan, so they know Roche is happening. Can they get there fast enough? FBZ has to teleport. Roche falling quite low. Nice dual scepter there onto the Wraith King to hold him down. And the stun on top. Great control. Can't even get off a single attack. He will be surged away as now Hyde is going to get gone on. They will get a Wraith Fire Blast out in between. Good vacuum, but Hyde, he is going absolutely nowhere. One hero dead now, and more to follow as Kazcute should be next to go. And they're just going to be tumbling like dominoes here. Boom Esports down 23k, 20 kills here. And now they disconnect out from the Oracle.
Oh, it's okay. That gives us time.
It does give us time.
To talk about the game.
I mean, the hold here from Boom Esports is going to have to be legendary. The ultis may or may not be back up, but you have 2 supports that are dead and nothing stopping Adroit
I'm
from running
talking
it down.
more about they should be like trying to diagnose what's the problem this game, what actually went wrong, because it's pretty important that after you lose a game, you have to identify what is wrong. Is our picks too greedy? Did we go for the wrong items, or did we play the laning phase badly, or certain fights were played badly?
Tiny so far, he's got a Scythe of Vice.
Yeah, a dream,
It's a good item. It's a fantastic
Who
item.
doesn't want a free side of Vice?
Doesn't want a free Scythe of Vice. No, but yeah, like you're saying, whenever I used to cast with Adam on 343, he's like, yeah, this is when you do one more team fight for the boys, and
But you're not actually thinking about the team fight. You're thinking about what went wrong. This game. But
Exactly.
you're just playing so you have time to think,
exactly.
and you have more time to rest in the game. Because I feel like the itemization could have changed the outcome of the fights a lot.
Wow.
You're doomed. You are doomed.
You are doomed. He tries to turn and fight, but he's going to have a little fight left within him after he is doomed up. We still have a tier 2 standing, so it's probably going to be the game here. We will have a buyback available for FBZ as Dreamcell getting very aggressive. Just TP's right onto that tier 3 tower. Has Mjolnir active. So
We are everywhere, it says PL.
No, yeah, we are everywhere. They're all around him, and they're in his nightmares as well. Hexed up now, cannot get the BKB off. He does have the refusal active, but look at that. They nuke through him without a problem. That's going to be a dieback now on the Wraith King as FBZ trying to do whatever he can. Makoto as well, bouncing in and around, but he's getting his mana burn slowed. And he's in some serious trouble. Oh, nice stun there. They're not going to get the vacuum here to follow up on. They will eventually, as Macy. Oh, they've called the GG already. Yep.
The whole game was like